Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We are looking at some really cool modular interior terrain from LV-427. Big thanks to LV-427 and Mike at Midwest Token 3D for sending these out for review. We're going to be taking a look at multiple sets from the Resistance base. This is some really cool stuff that is kind of wider than a lot of the other interior corridor pieces, and it has certain patterning on the floor that is kind of reminiscent of early Hoth bases, or it could be sand, it could be like a desert. It could be work with some kind of dune-based RPG. Maybe you're going like some sand-based crawls or gravel. It definitely could also work for any kind of dark dystopian game like Terminator or anything like that. If you guys aren't already familiar, if you are new here, we are doing a big giveaway right now for a Shadow Collective core set in the form of a $70 Amazon gift card. So if you're interested in having a shot to win that, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. But I'm going to show you a couple of these pieces. We're going to be looking at like amazing detail on these individual pieces here, and really, really cool ground options to give you, some different than the normal grading that you normally see. This is very, very easy to paint. If you want to just prime everything in like a black and then throw some white on the ground for it to be kind of snow, looking like maybe Hoth from Empire Strikes Back. Or maybe you want to put some mud brown on there to be that it's just kind of overrun, or just regular dirt, or sand, kind of more of like a light tan. Could work very well for like a desert base as well. So any type of dark dystopian game is going to be able to work in this. This works really well for RPGs, and of course games like Star Wars Legion as well. It can be very fun for. I could even see these are wide enough where you could even use some of these for Marvel Crisis Protocol and other games like that. So I'm going to show you guys a lot of the different pieces and how they connect. All right, so first up is the kind of the four-way connector. This is just kind of an open corridor to connect a lot of your different corridors too. You can take any of like the types of rooms that we've already looked at and just connect them to it. Great one-way rooms. These can be kind of like a dead end, and you can rebuild these however you want. You can you can magnetize them, you can glue them, you can do a lot of that stuff. I just kind of prefer to just set them up. It makes it really fun to just set things up normally. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice in this set is that it's wider than a lot of the normal sets. Whereas the normal sets have a doorway that's kind of about this size, so you lose about a half an inch on each side. You're gaining all that extra space on these, which I think makes this a more ideal set for bigger war games, bigger scale war games like Star Wars Legion, or even larger, or for any game really. But like basically wider is better, right? And so you have this connector piece that's going to have the wider angle style, and then we'll connect it up to any of your existing LV-427 sets right here on this smaller set. So if you wanted to have this maybe connect to a docking bay, or connect to like a prison cell or anything like that, anything else, or you can make it all work. Whatever you want, you can dream it, you can do it, right? So we've got this really cool bedroom, which I always thought would have been really cool from Empire Strikes Back. Like if they, there was that scene about turning the heat up and then getting, ruining somebody's wardrobe, or imagine your bed being soaking wet because R2-D2 turned up the thermostat in your bedroom, and now all your sheets are soaking wet. So really cool stuff. We've got computers in here. We've got lots of drawers and dressers. Like, it's actually a very populated bedroom, but it also has a lot of room. As a matter of fact, you can easily get miniatures up on the bed if you want. No more monkeys jumping on the bed, Mama told the doctor, and the doctor said. Right, so that connects very easily to any of these. Very cool stuff. We're gonna look at a couple more of these. We've got our corner connectors, our two-way, lots of different crates in here, a lot of different like thermostat or heating modules, or just maybe reinforcement modules. You can even put things in there if you wanted to. But again, and I really dig this kind of reinforced walling that they have here. Like maybe there's just steel girders, or things like holding back the sand, or like maybe this is where they carved it out through the ice. Any kind of different color you want to paint in here is going to really work too, because of these grooves. It's going to take paint really well, and that's a cool thing about this. Like if you wanted this to be Hoth, for example, you could maybe do the whole thing in white and put like a blue wash in here, and that's going to catch, or maybe like a thinned out blue wash, and that would get into some of these grooves and kind of give it that darker that like deep dark ice kind of backsplash, and then when you do some gray on the ground with a little bit of white, without the blue, maybe for like the freshly fallen snow that gets kicked around on the ground. And of course you can you can bridge these corridors together however you want. We have just another straight one-to-one, a two-way corridor here with some more of these thicker armored places, and again, you can build out pretty much whatever you want with all of these. I want to show you guys also this really cool piece right here. This one is kind of like a lookout area, connecting to the outside world, and this is a really cool piece, especially if you want to do like an indoor-outdoor sort of battlefield. Like you've got you've got your viewing hatches, your sentries can be, this can be like your forward observation area, and or it can also be where you have like you kind of also have your boss in here. Let me set it up a little bit better. So you can kind of like maybe be the end of a hallway, and you can, you have a wider area there. You can put even larger based things in there. E-webs for Legion, for example, larger based models can fit in there pretty easily. And and again, you can do an awful lot with this piece, and it adds like a different feel. Like the curved edges are something that LV-427 has been doing a little bit more with, and I think that that's really cool. It's something very, very, very nice and fun that they've been working with lately, and so I definitely dig that. Very cool. I'm going to show you guys a couple of bigger setups where we do a little bit more with this setup, and then we'll put some miniatures in here too. All right, so here I've just done a kind of a sample setup. We've kind of got our outlooking Overwatch kind of area over here towards the out front. I've got the little snow playmat because I'm just kind of going with it as Hoth, since I'm more of a Star Warsy guy. But again, you could use this for just about anything. I don't even know if there's a Dune miniatures game, but I feel like after recently reading Dune, like there's so many sand options for stuff like this, or a Tatooine underground bunker could also really work for this. But yeah, and there's a whole lot more you can add. I've got the connector piece right here, so this was going to connect to a different series of tunnels, and so again we can have more. And there's a whole lot more that you can add. It'll work with everything else, which is always very cool. We'll do some kind of some close-up shots so you can get some more detail. Like look at this, you got extra panels right there on the side of the wall. Like that's so cool with all of these. All right, so now I'm just wanted to show you guys with like some miniatures in here. We've got some Legion miniatures. We've got Darth Vader and some snowtroopers. You can fit lots of them in here. I'm actually gonna run like snowtroopers like 2x2. And I think you might even be able, in some places you could probably even get them 3x3. Let me try right here, for example. Yeah, 3x3 and then some. Not quite enough to do 4x4 right there, but definitely you can fit a whole lot of miniatures in there. Got Luke Skywalker back there. And yeah, you can fit a whole lot of Legion miniatures in here. So this is actually a really good set, for wargaming, because you do have so much less stuff that's in the way where you can really get models out here. I'm going to try and do some slightly larger models also. All right, so I've got a speeder bike going through here. I have plenty of room for the speeder bike, which is definitely a larger base than the regular models. So very cool. Lots of room for that. Even slightly larger vehicle bases, or like a dewback base, which is going to be about the same size as the E-Web base and a lot of the other ones. Now, I wouldn't go much larger than a dewback, but a dewback does fit in there pretty well. It's not 100% perfect at all of the spots, because you do have a couple of of objects kind of in the way, but he still fits in there. And even if not, you could kind of have him up there, because you can have some minis slightly angled a little bit. But this is a really a really good set that's going to work well with these miniatures and allow probably the widest variety of Legion models to work for interior terrain that we've seen so far. So very cool stuff. And there's one more detail I want to show you guys about this set that I think is so great. The last thing I want to show you guys, one of my favorite features of these terrain, is how easy they are to store and to stack. And I think that's something very, very important as you get more and more pieces. The larger kind of walls here, the thick, flat, square walls, do allow for all of these pieces, regardless of which type, to be able to stack on top of each other very, very easily and neatly. And it keeps, because they're square, you can kind of do them any which way you want, and it's still going to work. You can put more of these up on here, no problem. And when you're putting them in a box or a bin or whatever, they're all going to stack nicely and neatly. The only piece in here that's actually a different size is this round outdoor one, but because it still fits into that square mold, it's still going to work with this set. You see I have it kind of angled up there just perfectly. So it's just it's still fitting within the entire square. And of course you can stack more pieces on top of that. And they're all gonna be fully supported by the piece beneath them. There we go. We've got like a whole stack of buildings right now, right? So very cool options for storage, because I think that's something a lot of people forget with their terrain is when you're done, you gotta put it away. And the way these are designed makes them really easy to get stored when you're finished. All right, guys, so that is our look at the Resistance base. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section. Also, hop on into the Discord. We got links down in the description below. Big thanks to LV-427 for making this review possible. If you want to check them out, I'm going to put links in the description below. You have the options. If you want to get STL files and 3D print your own, you can do that. If you are somebody who, like me, who does not have a 3D printer and you want to go with like Midwest Token 3D or one of the other print partners, we're going to have links for those in the video description as well. So you can check out all of the different places where you can either get STLs or get your stuff pre-printed and shipped to you, which is a great way to do it if you're not in the business of 3D printing. But again, solutions for everybody. And again, the big thanks again to LV-427. Also big thanks to Midwest Token 3D for shipping these out. I want to thank all my patrons as well. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make all of these videos possible. So thank you for your continued support. If you're interested in learning more about Patreon or following me on social media or Discord or Crabbok.com with the free Legion AI and our Star Wars Armada AI and all that other stuff, it's all up there on Crabbok.com. But check the links in the video description below. I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always, forever, except on Tuesdays. Okay, even on Tuesdays. I will talk to you later.